Hello, good evening. Welcome to another episode of Shades of Edinburgh. We're going to be doing a social slash intro scene, I guess, at the White Hart Inn, which is a neutral bar in the city. Um, yeah, Air kind of goes on in and sits down at the bar. She's been here once before, so she's kind of slightly comfortable here and just orders a Jameson on the rocks.
Or cries in the corner somewhere. Um, Kirsten will come in not long after. She has her phone in her hands, kind of looking at it, texting. She's in kind of what she is in the picture: flannel shirt, jeans, sneakers. She looks around, sees her,
Uh,
sits next to her.
yeah, oddly enough, this redhead sitting next to you is wearing a flannel shirt and jeans as well, but she's wearing black boots, not tennis shoes, and a leather coat over the flannel.
She gives
Black.
her a slightly judgy face and looks back to her phone.
Does she have pure breed?
She has puberty too.
Oh, okay. Air just kind of gives her an equal side eye. What you drinking, kid?
Whatever you're buying.
She'll she'll get a Jameson on the rocks.
What kind of accent does Air have?
She is from Amsterdam, so that would be what, Dutch?
Yeah.
Yep.
See, I gotta. OC, do you have any? So there's no sept, right?
Right.
So what have the werewolves been doing?
Air kind of like looks at her and looks around and kind of
I was out of character.
oh, that was out of character. Okay.
Yes.
Well, out of character, it's been a lot of there was that hunt, but most of it's been side stuff.
Okay, so no like major
No major things yet.
anything. Okay. So you're from out of town?
What kind of accent does she have?
It's Scottish. She stutters. I will do my best to keep up on that. She looks annoyed every time she does it.
I am.
Can tell.
I came here from Amsterdam not long ago. Not long before Halloween, thinking on it.
She looks her over again. Seems not impressed, but you know.
Air kind of smirks at her. And you're a local, huh?
Aye.
Well, maybe you can share a tip or two.
Well, you could do without the boots.
I'm not talking about fashion advice, kid.
Oh. Oh, sorry, Grandma.
You'll come to see that I give zero shits about that.
Obviously.
I own one dress. One.
She looks her over again, seems to fight back a comment, and looks at her phone. What kind of tips are you looking for?
Anywhere worth checking out or to avoid? She kind of gives a like she tilts her head and she's kind of got that cocky grin on her face.
She just seems to ignore that as best she can. Let me see here. One sec. Here we go. Well, places to go would be Arthur's seat. She looks further annoyed when she laughs. That's where a lot of us hang out. To avoid, what are you worried about? That would help me. I wouldn't go into any fashion stores or anything with that outfit, but
Oh, kid.
grandma.
Air motions for her to grab her drink as she grabs hers and stands up.
She grabs her drink.
And
She looks at her
motions.
to make sure she didn't break anything when she gets up.
Wow.
Hip okay?
Air rolls her eyes. Yeah. At 24, my hips are breaking. And she just kind of motion and walks over towards a table in the corner that's vacant and plops down. You note that she chooses a table that there is nobody else around.
She looks around for a moment and then sits down. She does not plop. Don't know any places that you should avoid, but there are people around that you can see.
There are people everywhere.
No,
I figure we have a better time talking a little more openly. And her voice is subdued.
She gives her like kind of a dull look. The people I was referring to, she kind of looks annoyed and then sighs. Formalities, I guess. I'm Christine Boone, a Crescent Moon. I got a Fenris. Said,
You call that an introduction?
That's all I have.
Well, Era will just kind of smile. And she'll lean forward in the booth, and her tone is quiet, so only Kirsten can hear it. Kirstine, sorry. Air Sigurdsson, known to the nation as Wrens or Enemy's Skulls, born under a crescent moon on 2 legs, daughter of Fenrir Athro.
Should write that down.
They tend to get long.
No, I was born on 2 legs. She makes the walking motion, and Cliath. I forgot those 2 things.
You'll get it eventually. It takes time.
No deed name, so I don't rehearse it as much.
Yeah, well, those come with time too, and you don't tend to rehearse it so much as just do it, and it eventually comes to you. There are going to be assholes that correct you on it, though.
I notice there are few around, but most people know who I am. Well, as far as our own, there's Revels in Blood. It's Arden.
Yeah.
She makes a 4-leg motion with her fingers.
Okay.
Let me see. She seems to be thinking. There's the Green Knight. He makes quotation marks.
The Green Knight.
The Fianna. Go figure.
No.
Because he's green. He's a fostering. But for our
Okay.
lot, there's Thorgrim.
I know Thorgrim. I came here with Thorgrim.
Good. Player's just scanning the list real quick to see if there are any more to get.
Oh, yeah.
I don't see any other ones. There is a, if you like music, there's a Fianna named Alice.
Met Alice.
Hmm.
She smiles.
She just kind of half smiles. Yeah. I haven't met her yet. I just know people like her music, so. Seems nonplussed. It's lazy music.
Yeah, she has fun. That's all that matters.
Yeah, sure, I guess.
I've met Lord Breckenridge as well.
Silverfang. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's,
There's also another of our moon running around beyond Thorgrim,
Whispers in the Dark.
the Silent Strider.
Mm-hmm. Abasi.
Yes. An interesting fellow.
I haven't really met him so much as I've heard of him.
Oh. Well, we did some things. We're working on some things together.
What kind of things?
A mess, in part, created by a Fianna.
I'm not
And
shocked.
she leans over. Cleanse the Bainclave, she said.
She cocks an eyebrow.
Mm-hmm. Air looks slightly annoyed. She's like, mm-hmm, and just nods.
Wasn't much help, was she?
No. No, not at all. In fact, I didn't know that I was going to be doing that by myself until it happened. Surprise!
Have you discussed it with her?
Not yet. I intend to.
You should beat her arse.
I might.
I'll take pictures.
I could do a one-up, though.
She looks slightly curious.
I mean, I could be an asshole and pull rank and insist that Fianna pack up with a Metis.
She smirks.
But that hardly
Not yet.
seems fair to him.
We'll make him help on him.
Even so, he has rank on her, which makes it more amusing.
And you should do it.
Well, maybe. Maybe that's just the spite talking.
Might do good to have a pack, though, for him, especially in this area.
I tried. before we left Amsterdam. His pack's totem didn't abandon him when the rest of the pack went MIA. So it's up to him to fill his pack's ranks now.
Which
But a small favor of a pack mate wouldn't hurt.
Especially here.
I'm looking to add to my pack as well.
You're running around packless here?
I have no idea what happened with my pack mate. He doesn't answer the pack link. So, essentially, yes. I have a pack mate and a totem. But where he is. And she kind of smiles and she says, I serve Odin.
She raises an eyebrow.
A wise god of war.
You don't think your menaced friend will want to join your pack?
He would have to abandon his pack totem first. And the way I'm looking at this is if he doesn't want to abandon them, then perhaps he should try to grow his pack. It's always good to have allies that have different abilities and serve different totems.
It's going to be hard here with all the Fiona and Silverfangs for him.
I'm no stranger to either. Neither is he. Though he is a stranger to them in these numbers.
That's what I mean. Might be good to actually pull rank.
Yeah. For everybody involved, at least they know each other, so.
Well, might not be so good for you, but it's probably going to piss the Kiana off.
What's going to piss the Karen off?
Do you have a place to stay?
I do. I have a home. I'm not homeless. Foreign, but not homeless.
Couldn't tell.
Gee, thanks. You're looking pretty homeless yourself there, lady.
I stay on the Karen most of the time.
Yeah. There's a sept. There's a sept? Didn't think so.
I was being funny. You didn't catch my joke.
Unfortunately, I didn't. I guess I'm just not close enough to a new moon.
Avara laughs somewhere. Cackles even. Where you?
Errol, where am I staying?
Mhm.
In my house. On the outskirts.
You could afford to buy a house after moving.
Um, let's roll with that.
Okay.
I didn't come here alone. That would be foolish.
Well, you said you didn't have a pack, so
I don't have a pack, but I do have family
ah,
and a significant other.
she looks slightly curious that
Is that so unusual?
you just brought it up. So curious.
No. Well, I mean, like I said, it would be silly for me to come somewhere that I don't know by myself, right?
Would, especially at your age, you probably get the breeding soon.
Get the what?
Huh?
The what?
What?
She looks at her seriously.
She looks at her phone, starts typing.
You texting your boyfriend or your girlfriend?
Don't have either.
No, fair enough. How old are you? She
Old
was looking
enough.
her up and down.
Looks at her. Resting bitch face.
$18.
Are you guessing or do you want to answer?
Drink.
Hmm?
Drink.
She drinks. She looks at
I'm
her.
guessing and I want an answer.
19.
So it's close. Close.
Why?
So you're a local, huh? How did things work out for you in regards to not having a sept? Sept. She says that quietly. In
Fell in with
regards
one.
to your first change.
Looks around.
How did that work? How did you not get
Caught.
found by the others?
Wasn't here.
You weren't here.
No. It's further north.
Still in Scotland.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the question stands then because this whole country is basically its territory.
It.
And she mouths the worm.
Oh. Get found me named Robert Douglas.
What?
Started mentoring me.
Robert Douglas.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that name has significant meaning.
She shrugs.
The last name.
It's common.
Yeah. Maybe that's why. She
I know
takes
there's
long. She's listening, but she's taking a long drink of her whiskey as she's listening.
She holds out her hand.
Air looks at her hand.
Keys.
I don't drive.
She looks faintly disappointed. You don't drive?
Nope. I just choose not to.
She just looks at her.
It's a good way to learn your surroundings. Take
So is a
everything
map.
in. Yes. A map works as well.
She pulls up her phone, loads Google Maps, and this is Google Maps.
Air pulls out her cell phone. Yep.
I'm
Yep.
surprised you know how to use that.
Enough to do what I need to do with it. Nothing crazy. Not one of those tech savvy people.
She just looks at her and shakes
But
her head.
I can beat faces in. She smirks.
Your deed name would imply that. She just kind of looks her over. Does she look like she has like a weapon on her or anything?
She doesn't really look like she has any like actual weapons with her. Out of character, they're most of them are too big. But what she does notice on her hands are tattoos that have a crescent moon on them, on both her hands, with frost glyphs inside the crescents.
So kind of look at them for a moment and look back to her.
What?
Points to her hands.
What about them? They're tattoos. She grins.
Sure they are. So
You'll
is it
see
just you and your
eventually.
mate then?
No, my Thorgrim. You could say he's like a father to me. And my uncle.
So you have lots of family here then.
Not lots, but enough.
So why did you come here then?
Well, Thorgrim mentioned that they needed aid in the efforts against the worm. So that was part of it. And I have some personal family business to attend to as well.
What kind?
Mm. The kind that's very private. Supernatural, definitely. I'll give you that much.
That's like offering me cake and then ripping it out of my hand.
Lots of old magic is involved.
You're just adding ice cream to the cake and then going to take that away from me.
Hmm.
But if you want to beat around the bush, that's fine. Finish off a whiskey.
It's not a situation, that particular one, that I can just invite and share information with. However, the other issue I can discuss. I have been looking into, well, while I was in Amsterdam, I was looking into a human trafficking operation because they were kidnapping Kim.
Which ones?
Anyone with good breeding.
That doesn't connect to your supernatural one?
It doesn't connect to that, no. It has nothing to do with that other family business. This isn't just family business. This is just business in general. But the day that I had my first change, my parents went missing. When I finally got my big bust, basically,
She looks to her chest and then to her face.
in regards to the human traffickers,
She doesn't comment, she just looks at her, saying resting bitch face.
I found my mother in a shipping crate.
She alive?
She was. Now,
She's still alive?
she is. Now, she told me that my father was still somewhere overseas. I can't imagine they'd be going horribly far. But I'm still looking into that here. A silver fang who fell to the worm is their ringleader.
Not shocked.
I only know he was a silver fang because one of our tribe was initially dealing with him thinking he was actually a fang.
Is he alive?
Our tribe member?
Mm-hmm.
No, he is not. The silver fang gone spiral, however, is.
You think he's here?
I don't know. This is overseas. It's worth a shot to check.
That's a lot of places, though. Do you think the traffickers are here?
They could be anywhere. Like I said, it doesn't hurt to check.
How old are the kin they're stealing?
Well, they've been using boats. I know that much. And she leans forward and she says, they're also going through the lands of the dead. Leeches are involved.
She kind of sneers a little. Are they using barrels or crates or Shipping containers.
shipping containers, big heavy duty ones.
Could be anywhere then.
They kept my mother in one by herself, and there were a couple. I think it was one individual per container. But that's my big that's one of my big ones. I don't give up easily. And if they're still in Amsterdam, I have eyes and ears there.
She holds out her hand again. Mobile.
She looks at her hand as she holds it out again.
She makes a give me it motion with her hand.
She'll hold her hand forward.
Takes it. Goes to her contact list. Puts her number in. Hands it back to her.
Oh, you could have just asked.
She shrugs.
What's yours? Text me now. She kind of smirks.
Put it in there.
Well, here. What? I thought you were out of character. I thought you were adding it into your character's phone.
Oh, no. She just added her name and her info.
Okay. Air will send her a message. There, now you have my shit.
Just puts it in her pocket. So, what's the supernatural stuff then?
That entails the other thing that, like I said, it's private family business. That's not
She just looks at her.
here nor there.
She just looks at her.
Air will smile as she looks at her and takes a drink of the whiskey. Finishes it. I need another drink. What about you?
Fine.
You're fine? All right.
Sure you can have more?
Air gets up, walks to the bar, gets a double, and comes back.
We'll watch her to make sure she doesn't break a hip on the way over and back.
Figured I'd eliminate getting up again for a while.
Are you getting anybody else involved with the trafficking ring?
Well, I mean, my significant other knows about it because he was the one that actually helped me break that thing wide open.
That his name? Significant other?
His name is Ilmari. And my friend Veronica as well, because she was the one who initially told me about something she'd seen. But unfortunately, I don't know where she is right now. All kinds of drama. I can't get into their drama. It's Shadow Lord drama.
Yeah. So.
And it's bullshit. I will say that. But it is what it is.
Again, you're offering me cake and not giving it to me, but in this case, I don't want it. It's fruit cake.
Some asshole kinfolk decided that he was going to try to claim that he was the father of her baby, even though it is indeed her mate, but now it's just causing some Maury Povich style drama.
How many was she spreading her legs for?
Only the one, only her mate.
Well, that's annoying.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like I said,
So,
it
what
is
is the
literally a lot of
supernatural stuff
bullshit.
again?
You're not going to get me to tell you that. Nice try.
She sips
That'd
more
be
of her whiskey.
betraying an oath.
She holds up a hand. That's fine. I don't want to know then.
You should know that
Hmm,
breaking oath is a no-no.
I know. That's why I don't want to know anymore.
Thank you. I appreciate your understanding.
She
She
gives her a.
she grins.
She gives her like a, like one of those fake smile things, and
The air. That's why air is giving her the smirk.
looks at her
She
phone.
knows.
Well, if leeches are involved, then you can always talk to um, the Strider. He'd probably be willing to help more.
Here's the thing. They can go into the land of the dead. So, and the word necromancers were tossed around.
So we go find them and kill them.
Well, if that is indeed the case, if this trafficking ring is here, which I need to learn. But like I said, this is overseas, so it doesn't hurt to look.
What's his name again? Whispers in the Dark, right. He might have info. They're weird with ghosts, aren't they?
Yes and no. I've met him. I could ask him one of these days. Right now, I'm currently working on just seeing what I can do here on our front. Less personal, more business.
Get us a set.
Yeah, it's a big one. Given where we're at, that's going to be quite hard. With only, well, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's not very many crescents. That's going to make this even harder.
Counting me?
I am counting you.
Hmm.
There might be 4 of us.
Can always ask Lufiana and Wales. Ship
Well,
some up or something.
yeah. We'll see what happens. I have to get my feet in the ground and established here before I can do much of anything. And part of that's going to entail
Learning to
recruiting.
drive. What?
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 I said I need to get my foot in the door before I can do anything. And part of that's going to be building my pack.
Hmm. Thought you said something about learning to drive.
No.
Hmm. I can
I
teach
never
you.
said I never said I didn't know how. I just don't.
The walking stick will only get you so far.
Ah. And sometimes it's just far enough. She smirks.
Well, I mean, any old grandma would say that.
Call me old lady all you want, little girl. Got a lot to learn.
She just looks at her.
Air will take a drink of her whiskey while smirking over the lip of the glass.
Let me know when it's unguarded.
She's cat and she sets her glass down in front of her.
Okay. What's it like working for Odin?
I mean, it's pretty badass. I learn a lot. You know, but I still get badass like this too. And she kind of lifts up her fist. I don't see any negatives. I mean,
You still have both your eyes.
that I do.
She'll take her glass and sip from it.
He definitely makes fine company when in his presence. Depending on the situation, anyway. When
She
it
sips
comes
more
to
of it.
battle, he's serious and he will take. He does not like cowards.
Makes sense.
Oaths sworn must be kept, even to your enemies.
He ever mentioned the other ones?
Mention other what?
Quotations, gods.
Well, I'm sure they all have their own spirits. I mean, if one does, surely they all do.
Ever seen one besides him?
We've met Fenrir once.
She looks impressed. How was that?
We had a stare down. I'm
She
still
looks at her
here.
hands.
I'm still here.
She looks at her hand more closely. Does it look like the original hand?
Who are my hands?
Yes.
Yes, they're both real, legit, original hands.
Okay. Hmm.
She
Well,
leans forward. I've had
she
many
drinks more of
strange
Ayer's whiskey.
journeys. More of Air's whiskey.
Yep.
Air will reach over. Is her glass empty?
Oh, let's get Kirsten's.
Yes.
Yes.
When Kirsten sets her glass down, she'll dump some of her whiskey into her glass.
Just kind of looks at her, inclines her head ever so slowly.
I've had many strange adventures. I've probably done things and encountered beings that some would raise an eyebrow at.
Surprised you lived through Fenris.
Do you know who else I've met?
Michael Jackson.
What do you know of the abyss?
A little bit. What did you encounter?
I've met perhaps the biggest, scariest thing there is in the abyss.
She just looks at her.
And she says, Nightmaster himself.
She raises an eyebrow. Bullshit.
Not bullshit.
She doesn't look convinced and just sips from her glass.
If you want to roll a perception empathy, you can.
I can. Oh, let me see here. All right, let me open the rolls thing here. I gotta delete the Amsterdam one. All right, what's the it's hashtag? Ah, God damn it. Keep getting this one confused with the other one. Yeah, okay. There's no roll. Uh, 2-6. Oop.
Okay, sorry.
No problem. Two
As I was
successes.
saying, 2 successes. She is not lying.
She sits the glass down and
She's
takes Er's glass and pours more of her whiskey into her own. Are you talking about Lucifer? Like,
Lucifer.
you said the Night Master? Is that who we're talking about?
Oh, you don't know who he is?
She just looks at her.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. So, uh, oh boy. So he was a shadow lord at one point. He was driven mad by the abyss, essentially. He was part of a shadow lord camp known as the Society of Nidhogg. And when he went to the abyss with his pack to try to find out its secrets, they all went mad because of the nature of the realm. And this shadow lord known as the one, and they made a pact with the abyss. And it's unknown whether he became the master or the slave. He sacrificed his soul to the dark and destroyed everything in his being that was weak or natural.
Sounds like he lost out.
Well, I found him specifically, or maybe it was he who sought me out. But I sought to learn of the Society of Nidhogg.
Why?
Well, because I accidentally released Nidhogg from his bonds.
Raises an eyebrow.
All I did was touch my great, 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 so on grandfather's spear. I picked it up. That's all I did.
She looks at her. Yeah, looks her over slowly.
But we were able to bind him again.
You sure you came here? Or you weren't told to leave Amsterdam.
I came here.
Okay. Your mate, is he kin?
He's kin.
Just asking. The one's running the show here, more or less, or I'd be a little picky about that.
Well, is what it is, huh?
No, I guess I can join your pack.
You guess.
I guess.
Oh, you would like to join me? And potentially Bosco if he ever answers or returns.
I don't know what a Bosco is.
A Bosco is my Silver Fang Philodox.
How long has it been since you've heard from him?
Months. I tried even before I left to come here. The bond hasn't been severed. He's still there.
Well, you need somebody to pack up with, and I know the area fairly well, so.
And I would like to learn the lay of the land.
She takes out her phone, types in something, and presents her with lyrics for a song called Land of O'Leal.
She raises an eyebrow.
What?
You're showing me song lyrics?
Land O'Leal. It's close to Lay of the Land.
Got it. Got it. Oh. What kind of goals do you have?
I like learning things.
Well, that's a good start because so do I. And
I want to learn to control spirits better.
control them or negotiate with them better.
Either one.
Because one is going to work out more favorably than the other. However, the other still has its benefits for when negotiation fails.
She seems to consider that. Both, then.
Good call. Air smiles.
I know a few rights.
Oh, I know a few as well. All right, so controlling and negotiating with spirits.
Learn more about them.
We
As
all
Zoe puts
learn
it.
more about them every day.
Well, there's only so many people around here, so there's
That's
only so many
true.
crescent moons. So I only know so much as far as that's concerned.
And not many of our tribe.
No, unfortunately.
Well, aren't you in luck that Thorgrim and I showed up? She chuckles.
First you said Thorgrim, I thought you were going to say Thor. And I'm a little disappointed.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm more
Well,
interested in the kinfolk kidnapping issue.
well, that's one I am bound and determined to solve, not just for my personal reasons for being involved, but this is a dirty, dirty operation. No kinfolk deserves to be treated that way.
She seems to consider. And I also want to learn how to deal with the dead that should be dead that are not.
The dead.
Hmm.
That's not quite my shtick. Have you ever heard of death dust?
No.
It is a talon that allows you to speak with the dead within 24 hours of their death. It is made with a death spirit.
She seems somber for just a moment, and then I'd like to get one of those.
Well, they're handy. Do you know how to
Can you
make?
make one?
I know how to make them. Yes.
I want to learn.
Well, the best way to learn is to watch someone actually do it. Which I wish the Fianna would have grasped and asked to do something smaller first in order to learn.
I'm talking about that ritual for the clave.
Mm-hmm.
I still think you should push her into a pack. Metis isn't going to have a lot of luck here with that.
I might. Perhaps I'll start it out as a casual suggestion.
It'd be funnier if you just did it.
Fair point.
Be like, oh, I'm sorry. Thought you knew what I was saying.
That would require the pack totem to accept her as well. I can only
Talk,
push so much.
talk to it beforehand, or him, or whatever it is.
Well, I do have rapport with him.
She shrugs. It's up to you. I just think it'd be just desserts that way.
I might. Oh. Well. Seems we have some things to handle then.
She nods.
You wish to join my pack. That requires a meeting with the totem.
Okay.
I'm sure Odin will like you. He likes me. She smirks.
You're old though.
Older than you, maybe, but not by much. She chuckles.
It's like 15 years.
15 years.
You're what? 45?
Try 24.
Okay. Whatever you say.
She lifts her glass up and takes a long drink and finishes the drink because mysteriously half of it wound up in your glass. And she gets up and gets two doubles and brings one over for you.
Thank you. Are you going to be able to walk home?
Yes.
I didn't see where you parked your walker.
Oh. It's down the street and around the corner.
It's a long walk for you.
Oh, I know. It's terribly long. I don't know what I'm going to do. I might need a shoulder or an arm.
Call your mate or something for you.
Oh. Air kind of kicks back with a relaxed grin and just starts sipping on the whiskey.
She's not sure why she's grinning, so she's going to sip and just look at her phone.
She looks like she's just content.
She's going to assume she's weird and sip and look at her phone.
Anything exciting going on in social media land?
No.
No,
There's apparently
I don't use it.
Naruto ramen stocking on sale.
Oh, well, might want to stock up.
I'm not into cartoons that much, so. Swipes her finger over the screen. What does Odin like for gifts?
What does
Does he
everyone like
gifts?
for gifts?
Odin.
Odin. Oh. Red wine is a good one.
He likes red wine.
Don't get the cheap shit. It's even better if you make it yourself.
I can't buy alcohol.
Oh. No kid.
She might be able to let me check. Oh, yes, I can. Never mind. Redact that.
You can, yeah.
Do it at 18.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He likes wine and not mead.
Red wine. Yes.
Oh. Okay. Different.
Said make sure it's a good one. She smirks.
She types on her phone. Okay. I'll find one. Oh, see, could she take that in the Umbra without it being dedicated?
Can she take what? The wine?
Bottle, yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Not unless she's got going to dedicate it or she's got a gift.
Gotcha.
I think that's
That
a
tells me
rank 3 gift.
Gotcha.
But someone else has that gift.
Well, I guess I'll go look into that when You get any more information on that or the kinfolk thing, let me know.
I'll let you know what I find out initially, because if I find out they're even here, at least we can sort that out. I won't do anything foolish.
She nods. You don't do drugs, do you?
I have eaten mushrooms ritually from time to time, but no.
Okay. She gets up. All right, well, let me know when you want to do the meet and greet.
Very well. I will.
You gonna be okay to get home?
Yep. Air stands up with her glass in hand, slams the whiskey, and sets the glass down on the table.
Okay. She finishes off hers. All right. Give me a call. She'll
I
just
will.
kind of. She'll just leave.
Air kind of walks out behind her. And they probably go opposite directions.
For dramatic effect.
Ta-da! Well, this has been another episode of Shades of Edinburgh. Thank you, players, for playing and watchers for watching. Have a wonderful evening. Ta-da!